Hey Chris, you keep talking about building equity. What does that mean exactly?
So equity, what is equity in a home? It's a term that gets thrown around a lot in real estate. Equity is this range of numbers between what you owe on the house and what the house is worth. So a great example would be if you bought a house at $100,000 and you've been paying on it for 3 or 4 years. You've paid down the balance on the home. You've paid into the principal. So you might owe, say, $95,000. But in that time, that house may have increased in value as well. So that $100,000 house may now be worth $110,000, $115,000, $120,000, plus the amount of principal you'd paid down. So if you look at the balance of the liability, the amount you owe on the home, and the asset, the amount of equity available in the home, you have a positive number, and that positive number is your equity. In this instance, if we bought the home at 100, we've paid that mortgage down to a balance of 95, and that home's gone up to 110, you have an equity of $15,000 in that home. Meaning if you were to sell that home today, and there were no expenses, which of course there are expenses, but for the purposes of our experiment here, you would walk away with a check for $15,000 because of the equity you built in that home. If you compare that to an apartment or a rental situation, you've built zero equity, you've paid for the use of a home, a place to live that you need anyway, but the amount of money you've spent in, you don't get to capture any of that back. So it's a wash, a net loss of whatever that rental cost was.